Hello, everybody. This is Cheeseburger Jesus, and I've already forgotten the controls because it's been a week. Now, I also realized that I also forgot the piano lessons. But, not right now. There's someone knocking at the door. Wise choice. Good evening. No, it can't be. Since when did you start using doors, Umbrella Man? I figured it'd be polite once in a while, especially since I'm using this vessel. Let's have some tea, shall we? Fancy some tea? Sure. Come in. Now, what's with the suspicious look? I've merely come for a friendly chat. You see, I've received no orders from my employer recently, so I took this chance to have a small vacation. So you're slacking off. Don't put it in such a... sorry, don't put it in such an unsightly way. Believe me, even a workaholic like me can't let this opportunity pass by. After all, such a chance comes once in an eternity. Umbrella Man chuckles at his own words. Wonderful, isn't it? Wunderbar. I suppose it is. You always seem so busy. And believe me, I truly am. But enough about me, how's school? Well, I hope the classmate today. Oh, you needn't have. Why so? I'll spare you the details, but there's something I know for a fact. That boy was destined to die in that alleyway. That's just cruel. C is a good person. He doesn't deserve it. It's not about deserving, my dear. It's just that his sole existence threatens this world. I'll put it that way. As long as he exists, this route is doomed for a bad ending, no matter what you or your beloved puppeteer do. I hope I made myself clear. Anyhow, I'm glad to see you in high spirits, despite your worsening condition. Is that bad? It wouldn't be an exaggeration if I answered with a yes. The circles under your eyes have gotten darker, skin color more pale than ever. Have you been eating properly? I don't feel like it recently. My, you have a doctor living under a roof with you. Why don't you pay him a visit? Or are you afraid to admit your condition has been worsening even more? You're right, I really should. Yet you haven't done so. I don't want to cause anyone any more trouble. Ah, so that's the reason you're reluctant to take measures. I see. Oh, youth. I used to be young too once, you know? Sounds weird when you say it wearing a boy's face. Hush. This is merely a vessel after all. Pay it no mind. Anyhow, friendly chat aside, recently the number of abnormalities in this dimension has been increasing. Screens and door locks malfunctioning, world expanding, people missing. A living hell. Do you know anything in regards to that matter? Have anything to tell me, perhaps? Well, the Oracle has. My, don't tell me the slumbering god has awoken. Might it be that your body has begun to collapse under the pressure of the Oracle's corpse rotting inside you? When you put it in such a light-hearted tone, I'm almost not worried of what'll happen to me. Death is merely a release, my dear. Still, leaving this world might be too early for me, sir. Umbrella Man shrugs. Well, it is your choice, as it was your choice to stop taking the pills. I don't need those anymore. Right, you don't. Just keep in mind that the Oracle is no longer the divine being you met 3 years ago. For it's not but the rotting corpse of a god, no longer sentient nor self-aware, with your very mind giving it shape. A parasite of your mind. That's what my employer would say anyway. And look at the time, I'm afraid I must leave, or your humble puppeteer will scold me for robbing you of sleep hours. Right, Mr. Seth? Ha 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 ha. See you, Umbrella Man. Stay well. Umbrella Man leaves. No, now we're gonna go have a midnight snack. Alas, there isn't anything edible. See, this is why I can't have a midnight snack anymore. There's nothing edible in the fridge. Just this novelty rubber bananas. That's the wrong room. Is this the TV room? Oh, that's nice. Well, the TVs are on, I guess. How about the lab? No one's here. I should probably just head back to sleep. Well, back to bed. I fall asleep the moment my head hits the pillow. Gosh darn it, we're back here again. Can I not? Welcome back, Miss Wiltshire. Sorry, I don't feel like talking. Is that so? Well, then I won't burden you with conversations. Instead, how about a bedtime story? And don't stand so far away. Come sit beside me. Sorry, I'm not very comfortable around you. Is that so? Well, there's no helping it. It's all a dream, remember? So make yourself at home. I reluctantly sit beside Frey. Now, back to the story. Do you know the Tale of Ink and Paper Princess? In our land, during the pre-Oracle era, it was a part of a psychology test. It was made to be unfinished, and the one who read it had to write the ending themselves. It's surprising how much one can learn about another person just by having them write a few sentences. Want to listen to my own version? I don't have the other choice, do I? So much for free will, right? Well then. A pitiful ink-black princess that looked for minds alike who ended up in the prison of Paper Kingdom. But the story didn't end there. Time passed and the Paper Princess herself came to visit the prisoner. The two became acquaintances shortly after. The Ink Princess was freed from imprisonment. Ink Princess taught Paper Princess writing, and no paper in the city was blank anymore. They obtained power known as knowledge. Paper Princess couldn't be happier. Yet, having spent so much time with Ink Princess, she became stained with Ink Princess's pitch-black color. Day by day, Paper Princess became more and more soaked in jet-black ink, until she was indistinguishable from the Ink Princess herself. That'd be the end of the story. She fell asleep, huh? By the way, hello there, Mr. Seth. Is that how Miss Wiltshire... Is it... Okay, I keep forgetting the British. Is that how Miss Wiltshire calls you? What a joke. You must be thinking that you're in control. What are you even here for, I wonder? You aren't even supposed to exist in this world. I know. You must be looking for answers. But I'm afraid you won't be getting any. Because you see, Miss Wiltshire is an unreliable narrator. Okay. Not what I was expecting to happen. It's getting worse. What time is it? Oh no. Henry hates when I'm late. Hurry, use the warp omnicube. Are you sure? Of course, silly. Skipping school is against the rules. You should know better than anyone. Today we will get up, go to school, go back to sleep, remember? Okay. So it's literally just go to school. Is this the warp? Go to school! I forgot where our classroom was. That's the changing room. Wait, never mind. I'm pretty sure we were on the second floor. For some odd reason, the piano music keeps getting louder in my ear. Was this the room? No, that's cafeteria. Cafeteria. That's people talking. Oh no, there's my friend. Henry! Henry doesn't even turn her head in my direction. Miss Warhol? I lightly tap her shoulder. Henry finally turns around. She's on the verge of tears. Charlotte Wiltshire. Yes? Why didn't you come eat lunch with me yesterday? I waited and waited and waited until everyone left, until the bell rang. But you never came. Henry begins tearing up again. I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't quite myself yesterday. I went home straight after that happened, you know? Henry locks me in a hug, hiding her face in my sweater. Her hold is so strong I can barely breathe. I thought you didn't want to spend time with me anymore. I thought that you hated me. I thought. I pat Henry's head. There's no way that could happen, right? Friends don't abandon each other. Yet you did the opposite, you liar. Please forgive me. I won't do that anymore. Do you promise? I promise. You have to swallow 1,000 needles if you break it. Okay, and knowing the game, that's not just a saying. Okay, I'm just gonna sit down. Which one's my desk? Okay. Let's start our class. Today's topic is the world. The house is the world. Do I really have to go through and figure out what he's actually saying? Whatever. My brain can't. The waste is disposed of by omnicubes. Not again. Are you okay, Miss? Oh no. I'm alright. I just need to use the bathroom. You may go. Oh no. Oh no. Miss Wiltshire. Forget where the bathroom is. Does the changing room count? No. Go to the 3rd floor. Okay. I assume the WC, because some games are like that. Don't make me talk to the person. The tap has greenish water coming out of it. I vomit into the sink. It becomes black from the ink. I notice C standing by the sink nearby. My head must have been spinning so much that I didn't notice him. He washes his hands and face again and again, frantically pressing the soap dispenser button over and over. I carefully place a hand on his shoulder. It stiffens at the touch. Stop it. You'll get blisters on your hands. I can't. I've washed off the most of the soup, but I still feel dirtied. Soup? My fellow students smashed my head into a warm soup. Oh. It must have felt horrible. Yeah. In fact, everything I touch feels contaminated. I just can't shake off the feeling of disgust. I see. Suddenly conscious of myself, I remove my hand from C's shoulder. How about you? You don't look well. I've known better days, I have to admit. But I'll manage. Seth is there for me. Is that so? Oh, the lesson has ended. I left my bag there. See you later. I wave to C. He waves back with a little uncertainty, as if testing the new gesture. C worries me. What also worries me is me constantly checking on OBS. Initiating socialization with bullies. Why are the bullies like that? This is bothering me. This is bothering me very much so. I really don't like this. Charlotte escapes socialization. I just don't want to socialize with bullies. I'll social. Hey, do you want to socialize? Anyone but the bullies? No, that's the 1st floor. 2nd floor. That's not the classroom. I keep walking back into the cafeteria. I think it's the classroom. My bag's gone. What is it, Miss Wiltshire? I'm very sorry, I can't find my belongings. Maybe someone accidentally took it. Excuse me, I'll go look for it. Teacher, can I go too? Why would you, Miss Warhol? Because I want to help, of course. 2 heads are better than 1. Okay, you can go. Henry runs to me with a happy grin. I'll help Charlotte. Thank you, Henry. I appreciate it. Look for the bag. Hold on. I do like Henry's picture though. I like that picture. But I'm now concerned very much so by the board. Okay. Okay, I guess start on the first floor would be the logical place. Let's see, what's the furthest point over here? Garden. Okay, I guess. Charlotte, are these yours? I don't know. All the pencils and pens are covered in mud. Look, it's yours too, right? This textbook cost a lot. Okay, so I ended up at the right place, but the wrong... There's another textbook. I wonder who did this. And I liked this notebook. The pages are completely soaked. Charlotte, I'm sorry. Maybe there was some kind of misunderstanding. There's no way it is. Sure. Okay, and then it said, take the anxiety pills. Okay, so I can't click on Anri, so she doesn't need the anxiety pills. Anri picks up another notebook. Did I do something wrong? Even the pages of my book of truth are torn out, even though I worked so hard to keep on keeping it tidy. How could they do this to you? I think it's some kind of mistake. There's no way it is. Like I said, it's okay. Unforgivable. 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 Enough of this. I'll report it to the teacher. Henry leaves before I can protest any further. Looks like we found everything. I don't feel like going to class anymore. Let's go home, Seth. I'm home. Took you long enough. Hey, what happened? Is something wrong? You're covered in blood. Don't worry. It must be mine. That's exactly what I'm worried about, stupid. You need to see Huxley now. It's nothing important, really. Uncle's rule, no objections from the sick. He clumsily drags me to the basement stairs, tugging me by the sleeves. What were you doing, even? I talked to God today. Oh no, this looks worse than I thought. Might as well check your brain function, too. Should I start with good or bad news? Just kidding, I was planning to tell you the good news first anyways. Well, I know what it is. Bad news is it's nearly incurable. I see. So what exactly are these, Uncle? Heart wounds, as I like to call them. This kind of disease is quite common for those in their adolescent period, just like you are now. When you're stressed, anxious, or hurt by words and actions of others, these wounds inflicted upon you will manifest as scars on your body, mostly on your arms to be more specific. It's not lethal, but it will cause you some minor inconveniences. The good side to this disease is that although your body will become vulnerable, your mind will receive less damage. Isn't that wonderful? I suppose so. There's nothing to laugh about. Now, don't be so harsh. Can't you see our little miss already has a weak immunity to her environment? Whatever. I'm getting back to work. Do forgive him. No, I'm not angry. It's just that I don't understand why he is. He must be worried about you, am I wrong? He shouldn't be. I don't deserve that. He must be thinking otherwise. Take care, little one, will you? Worry not, Seth will make sure of it. Haha, I'm sure he will. Good night, Dr. Huxley. Sorry for troubling you at this hour. It's nothing. Remember my clinic's motto? Healthy people are not welcome here. So, there. Feel free to visit when you're sick. For now, I'll get back to work. Your social stamina has increased. Go to sleep. This game is really deep and dark. Like, more of like deep and dark than the first one was really dark. And oh gosh darn it, I bet you that's in the kitchen, isn't it? That's the library. Gotta turn that down so I can hear myself think. An hideous smell is coming from the kitchen. I tried the door handle. It's locked. Is anybody in there? Dear girl, I don't think it's a good time to enter right now. Aiden, is that you? What happened? Mr. Bennett decided to take up cooking. And right now his cooking is destroying everything in sight. Ah, I see. I won't hinder you. It's a wonderful sound. I love hearing that in my ears. Good night, Seth. Rise and shine. Frey waltzes around the room. As you can see, I've done some rearrangements in this place. Hasn't it become lovely? I'll do something about the fog, too. Also, I've brought you clothes. Put your hands up, and voila! Now we're one of a kind. Frey? Yes? What are all these books doing here? Let's call it a mind's library. You see, memories are stories from the past that we retell to ourselves. Once they're gone, you're no longer the person you used to be. I'm drifting away from the point. Stories are meant to be kept in books, right? Many books make a library. There you can find every memory, every feeling, every action you've done or considered doing. All possibilities are written down right here. Some stories are better off being forgotten, however. I've selected a variety of especially interesting memory journals just for you. Feel free to read them if you feel like it. Even if your memory is still fresh, I believe your puppeteer will be delighted to know more about people you've associated with. Mm-hmm. You were referring to these, but I want the piano. A piano? Want to try it? Today I'll pass. How I Met Aiden. How I Met Bennett and Huxley. Let's go with Bennett and Huxley. I was 8. On one of the days when I was home alone, they appeared out of nowhere at my doorstep. There was a small, rhythmic knocking at first. Repeating over and over again. I knew I shouldn't open the door. Mother told me not to do so, no matter what. Good children don't disobey their parents. When I was scared of the unknown, I crawled under the bed to hide, beside the monsters beneath it. I felt safe among them. As time passed, the knocking got louder and louder and louder until I couldn't bear it anymore. I was adamant on staying under the bed until morning comes. Then I heard the door opening with a click sound. Someone came in. My room had no locks, so I ran to the bathroom. However, I was too slow. A figure in a hazmat suit covered my mouth. Another hand curled around me in an iron hold. Shh, the intruder whispered. Don't make a sound. Another figure had a mask on, the one plague doctors from horror movies would wear. He spoke like a doctor, in an understanding, polite voice. We are sorry to interrupt you, but I'm afraid we have no place to go in this cold, and the other households we've turned to expressed quite an inadequate reaction to our humble plea for shelter. After being turned down so many times, we figured we'd force our way in, so, you see, we're so very tired. Do you live alone? The person in the hazmat suit asked in a harsh tone, hissing at me. No, was my simple answer in a voice coarse with fear. I thought of Umbrella Man and his quiet presence in the room, and how good it would be if he appeared sooner. He was nothing like these violent strangers. All right, are you good at keeping secrets, little one? The doctor asked. Mm-hmm. The only option I had was to nod in approval. Great, Bennett, dear, if you'd be so kind, do release the child. She is no threat. You're too trusting, the other grumbled. Am I a The taller person let out a loud laugh, sending shivers down my spine. You see, I am a doctor, he continued. Figures. However, my stay in this place is highly confidential, so I wouldn't like anyone on our tail. Please do respect that and keep your stay here a secret, or keep our stay here a secret. If you don't, I'll kill your parents, Bennett said in a casual tone. Father doesn't come home these days, I replied, saddened by the fact. Sorry, just your mother then. Bennett, why? That settles it, the doctor beamed. Now, little one, accompany us to the bathroom, for I am so awfully hungry I could eat a human, the smaller man elbowed. Ouch, sorry, that was a joke, a bad one, the doctor quickly backtracked. In the morning I found the two peacefully sleeping in the bathtub, having eaten all of the soap and shampoo. Okay. The next day they'd settled in the basement. And a week later I was doing all kinds of errands for their research. Collecting bugs, buying a year's supply of soap with the funds in my money jar, helping to carry out bags with unknown contents. Of course, I made sure Mom never went to the basement at night. Umbrella Man appeared weeks later, only to pat my forehead and reassure me he'd keep an eye on them. I was 9. It was during Christmas when I hid under the sofa in order to catch Santa with a rope and a bottle of chloroform. The one who came through the fireplace wasn't St. Nicholas, but a horned creature. Come out, mischievous one, I can see you, he called. Unwillingly, I had to comply, hiding the chloroform behind my back. You're not Santa Claus, I declared, a bit disappointed. I am widely known by the name of Krampus, the beast answered, proud of himself. So Santa won't come, I sighed, sulking even more. Santa Claus brings gifts to good children only. I come to punish those who misbehaved, the beast continued. But I'm a good girl. And may I ask why you feel this way? Mom says so. Even though she barely sees you, how can you make that statement? Mom's always right. She always says not to talk to strangers, I added, pouting. In a swift movement, I brought a chloroform-soaked towel to the creature's face. Seconds later, he was sprawled on the floor, motionless. It's a pity you're not Santa Claus, I exclaimed, hovering over him. Slowly, I dragged the body down the stairs to the basement. What's the commotion about? Two figures peeked out of the dissection room's door frame. It was Bennett and a co-worker of his, Florence. You bought friends? Why didn't you say earlier? Ever since he had found a bright yellow hazmat suit and was no longer called B12, Bennett was constantly in a great mood. There were barely any signs of the moody person he used to be. Mind helping me a bit? I smiled, sweating. Sure. What do you want to do with this? Dissecting, researching, eating, perhaps? Bennett asked mischievously. No, I want to become friends. How do you plan to do that? Florence gave me a worried look. I looked at the ceiling as if the answers were there. Make him sign a contract, maybe? Perhaps I was a mischievous child after all. Memory ends. I appreciate that obligatory backstory. Perhaps you would like to join me in reading, Miss Wiltshire. I see no pain in it. I'm rereading an anthology of Greek myths. Have you read the stories of Hades and Persephone? They say that Hades, the god of the underworld, captured the beautiful Persephone, the goddess of springtime, Viosna. But I believe it was Persephone who captured Hades, and his heart and mind belonged to none other than her since the moment they met, which was quite rare for a Greek god considering. Even though the pomegranate seeds Persephone 8 urged her to return to the underworld for half a year. She was allowed to live on the surface for the rest of the time. Just like you come back here, only during the dream state. Or is this comparison too much of a stretch? I do tend to get carried away with words. Oh my, seems like someone's fallen asleep already. Sleep well, princess. Please don't wake up coughing. Are you alright, Charlotte? It's nothing, don't worry. I just need to wash my face, that's all. Today, too, we'll get up, go to school, and go back to sleep. New task, go to the bathroom. That was a high voice crack. Where's the bathroom? Was it here? Glad they added it. Bennett. Aria! Oh, it's just you. Hi. It's rare seeing you without the mask. It's easier to blend with the crowd in it, and safer considering the environments I work in. I like this. Hold on, let me turn this volume up to the max my computer allows. It's still extremely quiet. I very much so like I like Bennett's theme. Does your face still hurt? A bit, not much. That's the point of being unable to sleep anyway. Ever since Henry removed the eyes from my internal organs, I've been just fine. Apparently, these orbs don't like when soap gets into them. You need to use the sink, right? Ah, yes, I've been coughing up ink lately. Ink, huh? Maybe you should collect it. We can make a fortune on selling ballpoint pens. Alright, I have to run. Gotta finish my business in the violent room before game of chess starts. Bennett, seemingly satisfied with his financial proposal, leaves the bathroom. I wash my mouth and face until the ink stains become barely visible. Now that's better. Oh, right. There's something I want to get before we go to school. Visit Felix. Oh, woo. What is this? Hello, Felix. Good morning. I know that look. Do you need something? Well, yes. Do you have a spare pair of gloves? Oh, what for? A friend? Well, not a mutual friend, but an unrequited friend, rather. Don't tell me it's that god guy. Yes. He doesn't like germs, apparently. The god has mysophobia, huh? Why am I even surprised? Here you go. Acquired a pair of gloves. Thank you. Yes, yes, what a wonderfully helpful person I am. Now mind your business. See you later. Warp to school. Find C before school. Something school. School is school is school is school. I've already spent over an hour playing this game. It doesn't feel like it. Where would C be? Where would C be BC? Where would A B C D E F G? H I J K L M N O P? That's the classroom. Changing room. Okay, so it's obviously not there. Let's try the third floor. Charlie! Henry? Henry practically throws herself at me. A wide smile is plastered on her face. Aww. I've missed you. Hey, let's go feed the mad cats before class. The stray ones? So the rumor was true? Yes, they're in the garden. Come on, let's buy them food. Although I forgot my wallet again. It's okay, I can buy it. Really? What a relief. Let's go, let's go. Alright, lead the way. I guess I'll have to find C later. Buy food and go to the garden. Okay. Back to the canteen, which for once I'm going to the right place. Healthy food. Junk food. Oh, I barely have any money. It's okay, let's settle for the cheap stuff then. Acquired junk food. I eat junk food too. Worry not, Charlotte. Where to? To the Mad Cats! Away! Why is OBS like some of the songs it's really quiet and some of the songs OBS is like, hey, let's make it ear rape. Oh. Ow. Aw. The mad cat nestles against my hands. No need for formalities, I'm just a mere human. I bring out the snacks we brought. Today's special flavors: failure and impending doom. Mad cats hastily eat with eagerness. Good cats. Let's visit them the next time, too. Sure. Now then, let's go back and change for PE class, shall we? Ah, sorry. There's something I have to do before the lessons start. But I'm here. What other business can you have? It won't take long, I promise. Is that so? Well then, go on. I won't wait for you. Jeez, Moody. Why are you so moody? Second thought, don't answer. Infirmary, I don't think he's there. That's how you die. Okay, so this is the changing room. Don't want to go there. Let's check if he's still not in the canteen. See. Nope, gonna pretend I didn't walk into the classroom. Well, let's, hold on, save. Alright, so let's go up to the 3rd floor. Actually, hold on, 1st floor. What's this? Access to, oh. Okay, well then, okay. Oh, found him in the 1st room I went to. See if it's down the book he was reading when he sees me. Hi there. Hello. Oh, I like this theme too. It's so pretty. Let's go back and put down the volume. Busy? Sort of. I'm gathering information on this world. My mirrors are incredibly out of order, which is a great inconvenience. But all I could find were illustrated manuals for express weight loss and lists of ways to become a billionaire by clicking pop-up ads. There's also a collection of must-read classics that nobody will ever read. It hardly helped with the organization of my mindscape, but it was an entertaining read anyway. Perhaps the school library isn't the place you should turn to. Yes, perhaps I would have taken the leaflets they were handing out on my way here. If you wanted knowledge on sales in supermarkets, then absolutely. Oh, why don't I give you my notes? I hastily bring out the Book of Truth from my bag. It's just my theories and observations, though. They're a bit silly. Here, you can have it. He reaches out only to stop midway. His breathing hitches. Sorry. I can't accept it after all. Why so? It's because it's not clean, right? I'm really sorry. Don't worry about it. How about I tell you everything I know? Ah, that would be kind of you. Then it's a promise. There's something I can give you in return. You don't have to, really. I want to. Here. Notebook from C. I write stories, you see. Perhaps you'll find it interesting. You can throw it away after you read it. Don't worry, I'll keep it. Ah, I almost forgot. I brought you these. I hand the gloves to C. You said you didn't like touching things, did you? He looks dumbfounded for a moment. Are these for me? Do you see someone else here? No, it's just... Thank you. You really needn't have done so much for me. That face. Don't say that. I'm happy to be of help to you. Sorry, I have to run. We have PE class today. See you, C. And that's the great thing about having a name like C. So you can say, see you, C. So I assume that means go to the changing room to change for PE class. My locker's the last one on the upper right. Something's off here. Yeah, you don't say. Whatever. There's a locking sound in the distance. Okay, that means I'm locked in here now. Okay. It's really locked. That must be the teacher that the teacher accidentally locked me in. The oddities pushed me down to the ground. What is that? Is there somebody? Ink kept flowing out, completely flooding the room. In a moment, all went black. Shia, wake up, sleepyhead. Frey? Finally awake, I see. You look at this warped reality bubble. The universe is expanding. Am I dreaming? Not this time. You're perfectly awake. But you're here. Do believe me, I'm as puzzled as you are. I see. They say going through the looking glass is the classic symbol for disassociating from reality. Does that apply to you too? I don't know. Oh well, maybe I'm teasing you too much. Anyhow, it doesn't look like we'll be leaving anytime soon. I wish there was something to read. You're the type to read labels in food stores, huh? Might as well be. So what shall we do? Feeling adventurous yet? Well, it's better than sitting here. Let's look around. Rewind point. Oh, look at Frey has her own picture. Or his own picture. I keep calling it a her, and it's a guy. Because Frey is the term for the male gender in whatever species that is. Because, weird. Oh well. I'll never understand it. Go triple-faced mirror. Use it? Sure. Double-faced mirror. There's a red switch behind the mirror. Use it? Sure. Red switch activated. Sure, use it. Okay, so far I haven't died. Okay, so I'm back here. Frey, feel free to help me out anytime you want. Red switch deactivated. Maybe it does something here. Maybe I'm just being stupid. Oh well. So that is all the time I have to record for now, and we are getting into the really interesting part of the game now. This is all the time I have to record. So, this is Cheeseburger Jesus signing out. I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye!